I've got the story up here, Alan, and you've got the notes. Let's give it to me from Deadline.
Yes. Well, Universal Pictures has partnered with Atari and Entertainment 360 to bring 10 classic Atari video game franchises to the big screen as action adventure films. The deal includes some of Atari's most iconic games: Asteroids, Adventure, Berserk, Breakout, Centipede, Crystal Castles, Millipede, Missile Command, Pong, and Yar's Revenge. Atari CEO Wade Rosen said the company is excited to expand its decades-old gaming legacies into film, noting that these games have remained a part of pop culture for more than 50 years. According to producer Gaiman Casade, the creative team was inspired by how Atari games relied on players' imaginations rather than detailed storytelling. Instead of simply adapting one game, the filmmaker aims to build an original large-scale cinematic adventure that captures the spirit of the classic Atari experience.
Well, this is no surprise. I mean, when they look at the success of Hasbro and their properties, of course, Atari's got to look at their back catalog and think, could we make a Pong movie? I mean, could they make a Pong movie?
Could they?
Maybe Pong is like some little dot from another planet, is tired of being battered around. I don't know. I mean, are these big enough franchise? Look, He-Man is a big franchise, and that kind of bombed for Hasbro. Let's be honest. The movie bombed. I mean, if they scale the budgets of these things, it could be good. But the thing about those classic games, which I remember playing, the cover art for those games were much better than the games because they spurred the imagination. I don't know if there's a real movie in any of these. I mean, maybe you could make a movie poster from the art for these games or inspired by the art, but an entire movie, what's the story? Stories were very loose for those early games. I mean, the story was in your imagination, not much on screen. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, these games, it says 50 years. Yeah, that's me. That's me at the arcade as a young kid playing these games, stacking up quarters. These are skill-based games. No one cared about the story behind it. All we cared about was getting the high score. All we cared about was looping the score so that it would loop back to zero. Asteroids. I remember, people at the local pizza shop would be playing Asteroids for hours. And it got to the point where it's all boring, where they just racked up so many ships that that's how they used it to go to the bathroom during the game. So I don't know. I mean, I hope they didn't spend a lot of money on this. I hope the movie has a very low budget because, when they make an announcement like this, you want to have kind of a picture in your mind of what the movie could be. And at the moment, I don't know I have zero picture of what movie these could be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The point is the stories for these were always very thin. I mean, He-Man, there's a lot of stories you could tell, right? That's a rich world. There for these early games, there wasn't a rich world. There was a great, inspiring poster. There was, box art for these games. They were great. They were kind of inspired by the old 50s, 60s sci-fi pulp novels. Like I've got a collection of those. The artwork on those covers is inspired, and that was true for these. But the games are crude, and the stories were, thin or non-existent. They're just making stuff up. So I think this is some development deal. They'll hire some writers, they'll take pitches, they'll take meetings, and development executives will get paid. I don't know that anything will come of this. They might push something through. We'll see.
Yeah, I want a Gauntlet movie. I mean, I could see a story in Gauntlet, but
maybe was it Robotron? Movie.
Yeah, let's get a Pong movie.
If you can make a movie out of Pong That's creativity.
Yeah, I like your setup. It's a story of a dot.
It's a story. Yeah, it's like any Pixar movie. What if toys had feelings? If monsters had feelings? What if some inanimate object had feelings? What if a dot had feelings? That's how thin we are with storytelling.
He was just a dot being chased by two paddles.